Oh, it ain't no more like me, baby. Trust me.
Looking all cute, you getting all tall.
I pray that God just give me the strength to forgive you. But you gotta go behind bars. I'm sorry.
How do you want people to remember her?
Just dancing.
Childhood is supposed to be filled with laughter, play, and moments of joy shared with family and friends, with the freedom to visit loved ones without fear of not returning home, especially in places meant to be safe. For 11-year-old Queen Ary Reed, those simple joys defined who she was, a girl full of energy, confidence, and love for the people around her. But in a moment that should never have happened, her life was taken while she was doing nothing more than being a child. Queen Ary Reed was 11 years old, and she was full of life. She had a presence that people noticed right away. She liked to dance and make TikTok videos, and was always pulling out her phone and pressing record. Her mother said Queen Ary would start dancing anywhere, never worrying about what others thought, simply enjoying being herself. She lived in Columbus with her mother and 2 brothers, and her mother, Cher Williams, raised her children with love and structure. Queen Ary was the only girl in the house, and even though she was the middle child, she often acted like she was in charge. Her family said she naturally took on a leadership role, looking out for her brothers and helping run the house, which is why everyone called her Mommy. It was not a joke to them. It was who she was. The holidays were always special for Queen Ary, and in late December of 2025, her family traveled from Columbus to Cincinnati, Ohio, to visit relatives in the West End. It was a family visit, not a permanent move, meant to spend time together and celebrate. The West End was familiar to her family. Her grandmother lived there, other relatives were nearby, and it was a place where family gathered and children played. Queen Ary was excited to see her cousins and enjoy her break from school. On the evening of January 1st, 2026, the first day of the new year, she went outside with her cousins to play at Laurel Playground near her grandmother's apartment, a place meant for children to feel safe. She was doing what children are supposed to do, playing, laughing, and spending time with kids who loved her. There was nothing dangerous or unusual about that moment. Around 6 in the evening, everything changed when a vehicle drove up near Laurel Playground while Queen Ary Reed was playing with her cousins. Moments later, gunfire erupted from the vehicle, and shots were fired into the area where children were gathered before the vehicle fled, leaving chaos and panic behind. Police received multiple 911 calls reporting shots fired near the playground and responded immediately. When officers arrived, they found Queen Ary suffering from a gunshot wound inside the playground. Emergency medical responders rushed to help her, placed her into an ambulance, and transported her to Cincinnati Children's Hospital, where doctors and nurses worked to save her life. Despite their efforts, Queen Ary died from her injuries. She was only 11 years old. Investigators said they had not yet determined why the shots were fired or who was responsible, and in the days that followed, no suspects were publicly identified as the investigation remained ongoing. News of Queen Ary's death spread quickly through her family and the community, leaving her mother facing a pain no parent should ever have to know. Speaking publicly through unimaginable grief, her mother said Queen Ary was her only daughter, that the family did not even live in Cincinnati and were only visiting, and that her daughter was left for dead. Words born not only from anger, but from pain, shock, and the devastating reality that a child was taken in a place that should have been safe.
Is that police were flagged down just before 6:45 tonight for reports of a shooting at the Laurel Playground near West Liberty and John Street. When officers arrived, they found an 11-year-old girl with a gunshot wound. She was taken to Children's Hospital, where she later died from her injuries. Mitch Morris runs the nonprofit Save Our Youth, King and Queens, which aims to provide a safe haven for children and teens. He says he received a call about the shooting and got out here shortly after.
It's just sad what these things keep happening in our city. And so many people are out here trying to get this thing to stop, but it just keep happening. It's very, very frustrating. All I can do at this point is just send my condolences out to the family. You can rest assured that we're going to continue to keep trying to fight against this stuff, no matter how rough it gets. We're going to keep trying to stop this. I'm tired of our babies getting what's happening to our kids.
As the community mourned, Queen Ary's father shared his pain publicly on Facebook. In one post, he wrote that Queen Ary was his everything and that he felt as though part of him died the same day she did. In another message, he spoke directly to his daughter, calling her by her nickname and telling her that he missed her already. He asked her to kiss her grandmother for him and ended his message with the words, "Long live Queen Ary." His post reflected the deep and lasting loss of a father, grieving a child he loved beyond words. Queen Ary's grandmother also spoke out. She described her granddaughter as a leader and a beautiful little girl. She said Queen Ary was not gone long before everything changed. She said one moment she was there and then she was gone. News of Queen Ary's death spread quickly through Cincinnati and beyond. People reacted with sadness, disbelief, and anger. Many could not understand how a child could be killed while playing at a playground. The next day, the community gathered at Laurel Playground for a vigil. Hundreds of people came. Some knew Queen Ary personally, others did not. Many came because they were parents, grandparents, or neighbors who felt the weight of what had happened. People brought candles and balloons. Many wore blue and gold, Queen Ary's favorite colors. Others brought balloons shaped like Stitch, her favorite character. They stood together in the cold and prayed. They cried. They held each other. The vigil was not just about grief. It was also about frustration. This was not the first time a child had been killed while playing outside in the West End. Less than 2 years earlier, another 11-year-old child had been shot and killed in the same general area. That reality weighed heavily on the community. People asked questions. They asked why this kept happening. They asked why children could not play safely. They asked why families kept burying young lives.
Y'all left. Y'all didn't even check to see if my baby was okay or nothing.
Sherry Williams is grieving. Someone shot and killed her 11-year-old daughter at Laurel Playground Thursday night. Police don't know who did it, and Williams wants justice.
I pray that God just give me the strength to forgive you. But you gotta go behind bars. I'm sorry.
How do you want people to remember her?
Just dancing. Like, when y'all remember her as the TikToker, because that is what she gonna do.
Williams shared this TikTok video with us. Queen Ary filmed it with her cousins just moments before the shooting. Williams says medics spent 45 minutes trying to save her daughter's life, but she later died at Cincinnati Children's Hospital.
This is a very difficult time.
Former Cincinnati mayoral candidate Corey Bowman also spoke Friday. The girl's grandmother attends the church where he serves as pastor.
There's a family that's hurting right now, and we need to pour the entire love of the city on this family.
In a social media post, Bowman called on leaders to prioritize safety on the streets and to, quote, not allow city funds to continue to be wasted on and funneled into nonprofits and initiatives that do not work. In September, the city approved $150,000 to expand the police department's camera network in the West End. Data shows there have been 78 shootings in the neighborhood in the past 3 years. That includes the unsolved murder of 11-year-old Dominic Davis, who was shot near the playground in 2023.
A lot of the neighbors, that was one of the, and the family members, that was one of the first things they said was, where's the cameras? We have a $100 million stadium right here, verbatim what they said, where are the cameras at?
In his own statement, Cincinnati Police Interim Chief Adam Henney shared his condolences with Queen Ary's family.
As the investigation continued, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives announced a $5,000 reward for information leading to an arrest in Queen Ary's killing. Officials urged anyone with information to come forward and help bring justice to her family. Queen Ary Reed was not a statistic. She was a deeply loved daughter, a caring sister, and a playful cousin who brought joy to the people around her. She loved to dance, to be seen, and to live fully in the moment. Her life was filled with promise, and it was never meant to end at 11 years old. Though her laughter is gone, her name and her story live on through the family who loved her and a community still searching for answers. Her future was not supposed to end at 11 years old. Her death shook her family in ways that cannot be measured. Her absence left a silence where laughter once lived. Her name became part of a painful list that no community wants to see grow longer. The playground where she was shot slowly returned to normal. Children came back, swings moved again. But for her family, nothing felt normal anymore. Every birthday that will never come, every milestone she will never reach, every dance she will never record. Those losses are permanent. Queen Ary's story is not just about how she died. It is about how she lived. It is about the love she gave. It is about the future she deserved. Her life mattered. Her death demands accountability. Rest in peace, Queen Ary Reed.